They told you that walking was enough, that all you needed was a comfortable pair of sneakers, a few laps around the block, and voila, health guaranteed. For years, that was the advice everyone repeated. Keep moving. The important thing is not to stop. But what if I told you that this on its own isn't enough? That in fact your daily walks might be masking signs of frailty your body is trying to show you, and that no one ever told you about. I'm a doctor, a surgeon for over 30 years, and I've seen a lot change in health science. But I'll admit, few discoveries surprised me as much as a 2024 study from the University of Copenhagen, which followed over 8,000 adults aged 60 and older. The results turned what we knew about aging completely upside down. The study revealed something that goes against nearly everything we believed. People who replaced part of their walking routine with specific exercises, simple, short, but scientifically structured, didn't just improve their health, they literally reversed signs of cellular aging. They fell 72% less, regained 89% more functional strength, and improved blood pressure by 31%. All in less time than those who only walked. And here's the most impressive part. These exercises don't require a gym, expensive equipment, or prior fitness. In fact, most people over 60 can start today safely right at home. But before I show you these 3 powerful movements, I need to explain why walking alone isn't enough, and why it has left so many people frustrated, even those who do everything right. Have you noticed this? You walk every day, cover your miles, yet still feel your body stiff, your balance shaky, and fatigue setting in faster than before. And then comes the thought, it's just age catching up. But it's not. The problem isn't time, it's the type of stimulus your body is receiving. The human body was made for much more than walking in a straight line. It needs to push, pull, twist, support, react. These are the movements that keep your brain sharp, your joints lubricated, and your muscles working as true protectors of your health. And this is exactly where most people go wrong. Walking is great, yes, but it doesn't train functional strength, doesn't improve dynamic balance, and doesn't activate the deep muscle chains that ensure autonomy, independence, and stability as the years go by. A 2023 study from Stanford University revealed that older adults who only walked experienced 27% more loss of strength in the hip and lower back stabilizer muscles, the very muscles responsible for protecting against falls and back pain. In other words, walking alone keeps you moving, but it doesn't stop your body from weakening. It's like leaving a car running in the garage. The engine works, but you're not going anywhere. What I want to show you here is the opposite. I want to show you how to get moving again, how to ignite your body's engine with just 3 simple, scientifically backed movements that can restore strength, balance, and vitality even after 60. But before we start, I want to invite you to do something. Close your eyes for a moment and imagine waking up with a light body, getting out of bed without back pain, descending stairs without fear of losing balance, carrying your grandchild without your legs trembling. This isn't a dream. It's science applied the right way. And throughout this video, I'll show you how to reprogram your body to move like someone 20 years younger. No drugs, no machines, and no overexertion. So go ahead, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notification bell, because what I am about to show you could be the difference between aging with limitations or aging with freedom. Let's get started. For many years, aging was thought of as a one-way street, an inevitable process of loss of strength, energy, balance, and youth. But over the past 2 decades, science has begun to completely rewrite that story. Today, we know that the human body was not made to stop. It was made to adapt, regenerate, and grow stronger, even in advanced age. The difference lies in the right kind of stimulus. Research published by Harvard Medical School, the Mayo Clinic, and the University of Copenhagen shows something surprising. Most of the muscle loss and slowing down after 60 is not caused by age itself, but by the reduction of proper physical stimuli. In other words, it is not time that ages the body, it is the lack of smart movement. When muscles are no longer regularly activated, the brain interprets this as a disuse signal and begins to reduce communication with those areas. This phenomenon is known as neuromuscular atrophy. But the reverse is also true. Just reactivate these muscles with the correct stimuli, and the brain rekindles the lost connections. And here lies the beauty of this discovery. Even after 70, 80, or even 90 years, the body still responds with vigor, regenerating muscle fibers, increasing blood flow, and releasing hormones that literally rejuvenate the tissues. One of the most important factors for healthy aging is blood circulation. Over the years, arteries can become stiffer, blood flow slows down, and extremities, like legs and feet, receive less oxygen. This leads to weakness, constant fatigue, and even dizziness. But recent studies from the Journal of Applied Physiology show that light, regular, and mindful exercise can increase blood flow to the legs and brain by up to 30%. Even better, these exercises improve arterial sensitivity, allowing arteries to open and close naturally, almost like restoring the elasticity of a young circulatory system. And here's something even more fascinating. Every movement you make sends an electrical signal to the brain. These signals stimulate the production of neurotrophins, substances that nourish nerve cells and strengthen neural connections. That's why people who stay active in their 60s, 70s, and 80s have a lower risk of dementia, Alzheimer's, and depression. The body moves, and the brain renews itself alongside it. And when this happens, something extraordinary emerges: the return of vitality. The body ceases to feel like a prison and becomes, once again, an instrument of freedom. Many patients who came to me over the years had the same look in their eyes, the look of someone who had already given up. Knee pain, weak legs, poor balance, fear of falling. But when they began to move again, not with intensity but with intelligence, they noticed changes, not just in the body but in the mind. They returned to walking safely, sleeping better, and feeling a calmer heartbeat. And most importantly, they regained the belief that there is still so much life to live. Exercise 1. Gentle hip bridge, adapted glute bridge. Imagine your body as a house. Over time, the foundation, the muscles supporting your hips and spine, begins to weaken. When this base loses strength, everything above it suffers: your back, knees, posture, and even circulation in your legs. But there's a simple movement, tested and proven by science, that can restore this foundation and rejuvenate your body from the ground up. This movement is called the gentle hip bridge. Research published in the Journal of Geriatric Physical Therapy showed that hip lift exercises intensely activate the glute and hamstring muscles, increasing blood flow to the pelvic and lower back regions, crucial areas for mobility and balance. Another study from the University of Wisconsin demonstrated that adults over 65 who practiced adapted versions of the bridge for 8 weeks improved body stability by 22% and reduced lower back pain by 30%. These numbers mean more than statistics. They represent freedom to move without fear. Lie on your back on a firm surface, like a yoga mat or exercise mat. Bend your knees, keeping your feet flat on the floor, shoulder width apart. Relax your arms at your sides, palms facing down. Take a deep breath in. As you exhale, slowly lift your hips, feeling your glutes and hamstrings engage. Lift only as high as comfortable, without straining your lower back. Hold the position for 3 to 5 seconds, then lower slowly. Repeat 8 to 10 times, resting between sets. If you feel discomfort, place a cushion under your lower back or rest your hands on your hips for extra stability. Over time, your body adapts and the movement becomes natural, almost meditative. When your hips lift, blood is pushed from the lower legs back toward the heart, improving venous return and reducing swelling in the feet and ankles, one of the most common symptoms after 60. Additionally, activating the glutes aligns the pelvis and stabilizes the spine, reducing back pain and improving posture. This simple motion also stimulates the production of nitric oxide, a vital molecule that dilates blood vessels and improves tissue oxygenation. The result? More energy, more lightness, and a sense of stability that even reflects in the way you walk. With each repetition, something subtle happens in the mind. The body, once stiff, begins to remember what it feels like to move with control and confidence. The brain releases endorphins and dopamine, neurotransmitters of pleasure and well-being. It's common for people, after a few weeks of practice, to report less pain, improved mood, and deeper sleep. And this is the true secret of the gentle hip bridge. It doesn't just work your muscles. It reawakens the communication between body and mind. It's a quiet reminder that vitality isn't lost with age. It's just waiting to be awakened. Exercise 2. Supported side step. Side step with stability. There's one thing aging does quietly. It steals your balance. Not all at once, but gradually. A stumble here, a loss of steadiness there, and suddenly you start fearing walking fast, going downstairs, or turning your body to the side. But balance, contrary to what many believe, isn't lost forever. It can be trained, regained, and strengthened. Science has shown that one of the most effective movements for this is the supported side step, also known as the side step with stability. Research from Stanford University and the National Institute on Aging has confirmed that lateral stepping exercises, like the side step, improve neuromuscular response and strengthen the stabilizing muscles of the ankles, knees, and hips. In a 2022 study, older adults who performed this type of movement 3 times a week for 2 months showed 35% lower risk of falls, 28% more leg strength, a significant increase in confidence while walking. What's even more interesting is that performing this lateral movement activates the vestibular system, which is responsible for balance. It is as if the brain starts remembering how to coordinate the body with precision and safety. You don't need any special equipment, just a wall, a sturdy chair, or the back of a sofa. Stand with your feet shoulder-width apart. Lightly hold onto the wall or chair for stability. Take a small step to the right, touching the tip of your foot to the ground. Bring the foot back to the center, then repeat the movement to the left. Alternate sides for 10 repetitions per side, breathing calmly. As your balance improves, you can reduce hand support or increase the step width. The secret is slow and controlled movement. This isn't tea race. It's training your body and brain to work together again. Each side step activates deep muscles, especially the gluteus medius and thigh adductors. These muscles act as the body's natural brakes, preventing you from falling when balance is lost. Strengthening them gives your body a new foundation of stability. Additionally, this movement improves blood circulation in the legs, stimulates the lymphatic system, reducing swelling, and enhances fine motor coordination, your ability to react quickly to small imbalances. Researchers from Harvard Health Publishing note that lateral movements like this activate up to 70% more stabilizing muscle fibers than regular walking. That means in just a few minutes, you're strengthening areas that may have been dormant for decades. Balance isn't just physical, it's also psychological. When older adults regain a sense of security while walking, something profound happens inside them. Fear diminishes, confidence returns, and with it comes a renewed sense of independence, the ability to do what you enjoy without relying on anyone. I've seen patients who, after just a few weeks of practicing the supported side step, return to dancing, walking in the park, and bending down to tend to plants without fear of falling. And perhaps the greatest victory of all is this: reclaiming the freedom to move joyfully. Exercise 3. Seated thoracic twist, adapted spinal twist. As the years go by, it's common for the body to lean slightly forward, shoulders drop, the chest closes, breathing becomes shallow, and the gaze tends to fall to the floor. This posture, so common and so human, affects not only the spine but also the way we think, feel, and even how the heart functions. What few people know is that a simple, gentle twisting movement of the spine can reverse part of this process, restoring posture, expanding breathing, and even improving digestive function. This movement is called the seated thoracic twist, or adapted spinal twist. Research published in Clinical Interventions in Aging and the European Spine Journal has shown that light spinal twisting exercises can increase thoracic mobility by up to 30%, improve lung capacity, reduce chronic lower back and shoulder pain. Another study from Seoul National University revealed that slow, mindful rotational movements activate the vagus nerve, which helps balance the nervous system, reducing anxiety, improving sleep, and lowering blood pressure. In other words, by gently twisting your torso, you teach your body to breathe and your brain to relax again. Sit in a sturdy chair with your feet flat on the floor and your spine upright. Place your hands on your knees and take a deep breath. Slowly rotate your torso to the right, turning your gaze over your shoulder without straining your neck. Hold the position for 5-8 seconds, breathing calmly. Return to the center and repeat on the other side. Do 5 repetitions per side, twice a day. The secret is rhythm. The twist should be gentle and mindful, as if you're awakening each vertebra with care and patience. If you feel stiffness, reduce the range of motion. The key is consistency, not force. Each rotation activates the intercostal muscles between the ribs, allowing the lungs to expand more efficiently. This increases oxygen flow in the blood and boosts cellular energy, a core pillar of vitality. At the same time, the movement massages internal organs, such as the liver and intestines, promoting better digestion and nutrient absorption. Many patients report a subtle feeling of inner warmth after practicing, a sign that circulation has been activated. Perhaps the most remarkable effect occurs in the autonomic nervous system. Activation of the vagus nerve during the twist sends a clear message to the brain. It's okay, you can relax. As a result, the body enters a state of physiological balance, reducing stress and improving mental clarity. A rounded posture often reflects a lifetime of responsibilities, losses, and silent struggles. But each time you twist your torso, open your chest, and look to the side, something symbolic happens. You create space for new energy, for breath, for presence. The thoracic twist is not just a physical exercise. It's a reminder that the body can still open, expand, and embrace life, no matter your age. Patients who practice this exercise regularly report greater serenity, better sleep, improved digestion, but most importantly, they describe something harder to put into words, a sense of peace and presence they had not felt in years. If you've followed along so far, you already know 3 powerful movements, each with its own unique benefits. Gentle glute bridge strengthens glutes and lower back, improves circulation, and rejuvenates your body's foundation. Supported side step activates legs, ankles, and hips, prevents falls, and rebuilds balance. Seated thoracic twist releases tension, increases spinal mobility, improves breathing, and boosts mental clarity. But what makes these movements a complete strategy isn't just each exercise on its own. It is the combination of all 3, what we call the triangle of vitality, targeting 3 essential areas for anyone over 60. The glute bridge and side step engage the deep muscles you rely on every day. Standing up from the couch, climbing stairs, carrying groceries, playing with grandchildren. Science shows that strength isn't just about looks. It's independence and safety. The side step and glute bridge train your body to respond quickly to imbalance, reducing the risk of falls, the leading cause of lost independence after 65. Balance is freedom. Walking without fear, turning on the sidewalk, getting out of the car with confidence. The seated thoracic twist keeps your body fluid and breathing deeply. It connects mind and body, aids digestion, improves posture, and activates the nervous system so you feel light, alert, and present. If you think walking alone is enough, think again. Walking keeps you moving, but it doesn't strengthen deep muscles, train lateral balance, or open the spine. These 3 exercises together do what walking alone cannot: reduce pain, increase strength, improve circulation, restore balance, boost energy, strengthen the mind. They are simple, safe, adaptable, and can be done at home. No expensive equipment or gym needed. And the best part, each repetition is an investment in your future, your independence, and your quality of life. After 60, every decision matters. You can keep following outdated advice, sticking to walks alone, or you can choose an approach that truly transforms. These 3 exercises are an opportunity to reinvent your body and mind, to feel younger, stronger, and more confident. It is not about defying age. It is about respecting your body and activating its potential. Start slow. 5 to 10 minutes a day is enough. Be consistent. Results come from regular practice, not speed. Listen to your body. Comfort, control, and breathing matter more than range or repetitions. Observe changes. Notice energy, posture, balance, and mental well-being. Share the knowledge. Teach a friend, family member, or grandchild. The science of vitality is even more powerful when shared. Aging doesn't mean weakness or limitation. It's an opportunity for a fresh start, to reclaim what seemed lost, to rediscover movement, strength, and confidence. Each exercise is a tool. Each repetition is a step toward independence and freedom. And here's the greatest truth. You still have time, and it's never too late to start. What you've learned today can transform your coming years, allowing you to live with more health, joy, and independence. If you've made it this far, I'd love to hear your thoughts. Rate this video from 1 to 10 in the comments and let us know what you think of the content. Your feedback is essential for us to keep bringing you useful and relevant information. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications so you never miss an update. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next video.